Alright people, what's up? This is That RV Life with Rico and Toya and the baby girl talking in the background over there.
I'm being examined because my ankle hurts.
Well, don't forget to subscribe and like and comment and leave some stuff for your friends to view and stuff like that. But today we're going to talk to you about our thoughts on the whole riot thing going on across America right now. Of course, we're a black family, so we can bring you our side of that on full-time living in RVs, because we also live in an RV full-time. Now, we had planned on setting sail and starting our travels this summer.
It feels better because you fixed it.
And we've had different people be like, hey, look, you know, why would you travel right now with everything going on with this Black Lives Matter stuff?
I even said that.
Yeah, I know. I kind of feel that it'd be a little bit safer outside the city, though. Honestly.
My main reason for saying let's not travel right now is because you never know which way this stuff is going to turn. You never know if you're actually going to need to be by people you know and family members. And you know how they say you're stronger as a group than individually by yourself. Even though we would be traveling, me and him and our 3 children, but we more adults, more body muscle, more strength, more brain power. I think it's more essential to stay where that is than to be traveling where we don't know anyone. Everyone is looking at us as an outsider. You know, just we're different. When we leave here, we become an outsider. Wherever we go, we become an outsider.
So what I want to know is, I have a different point of view on that myself. So this is kind of like a debate and a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time,
I'm going to get some coffee. I'm going to make us some coffee.
Okay. Well, here's my thing. Why should we sit still in a big city where there's a lot of stuff going on, and also our income depends on our ability to travel? Like, we have natural soaps. That's what we produce and sell. And to go out there and move around the country and actually sell our product is a greater benefit to us than to sit still, in my opinion. And also, it seems like all the riots and stuff, which I'm not really necessarily all the way opposed to the protests. Okay, I do understand it's the younger people that are protesting, and I do understand the stuff that's getting burnt up and the stuff that is getting messed up and all that stuff like that. But I am seeing the differences between all the previous marches, protests, and things, and now in 2020, the way things are going, where officers are actually taking a knee as well, where there are different things going on like that. And so I got another kid now, and you know, I think that we'd be safer on the road, actually, because my plan was to drive anywhere from 4 to 6 hours a day for a period of 3 to 4 days, once every month, 2 weeks maximum, and hit different cities in America. And the thing about having an RV is, if somebody doesn't like you where you are, you're not getting along with people where you are, you're bumping heads with people where you are, you got a key and a gas tank. And in a house, you can't just get up and just pack up your stuff and just move down the street because people don't like you or because you don't like the people around you. In an RV, you actually can.
All right, little stink butt. I'll be right there.
Which brings us to like the whole stability issue. A lot of people think that a house, a car, and a job makes you stable. Me personally, I think that's a false sense of security. Because you can have a house, a car, and a job and lose your car and don't have a house and a job anymore. Whereas you can have an RV and a car and a job and lose the job and just move the RV to the next site of where you're going to make money. Or you can use it as a foundation until you get started. The only thing that you got to actually do is maintain it, insure it, and license it. What else is there? Put gas in it? You got to feed yourself and all that stuff like that. So as far as stability goes, I think it's more stable. And actually, I've talked to a few people that agree with me on it being more stable.
That's water.
Yeah, I know. That agree with me on it being more stable. So, you know, that, in my opinion, this way of life is a better way to go no matter what. Buy yourself a plot of land somewhere and only be paying taxes. I understand if you've been on the job for 30 years and you've been in your house for 20 years and you only got a few years left to pay on your house. But if you're just now trying to buy a house right now in 2020 or you just bought one in the last 5 years, how are you stable? And so what do you think?
Well, I do agree with you on the stability thing because you can lose your job.
Now, this is a good one.
Thank you. You can lose your job and lose your apartment because you lost your job. You can never put me out of my RV. I mean,
unless it gets impounded or it like catches on fire or something.
I didn't mean to laugh at that, but that's just
Those are the simple facts.
that's a little too
Yeah, your house can catch on fire. Right?
Your house can catch on fire, but the RV. I mean, let's go on if it catches on fire. If your house catches on fire, first of all, the RV you're not paying as much money. As much money is not going out than it could be coming in if you're doing it right. So you're saving up your money. You're saving up your money. Your RV, something happens to your RV, you're already ahead of the game. Because now you can go ahead and get that apartment or get another RV. Actually, I would go ahead and get another RV.
Yeah, you feel that way right now? See, look at that little face. I would get another RV. I don't know what y'all talking about. I would have another RV already on standby.
I would get another RV. It's not that, okay, I love RVs. I do. I love this RV. I like the RV. I love the fact that it belongs to us 100%. But every now and then, sometimes you want to.
A little claustrophobic?
Yeah, and sometimes you want not necessarily an apartment. I don't want an apartment. I want to go from an RV to a house. Only reason I would, like when we first got in the RV, I said every now and then I'm going to go get a motel room. That's for taking baths only. Because every now and then, sometimes you want to sit in the bathtub and just relax. And right now, in this RV, we don't have that capability. So that's the only thing that...
But we can take showers, though. That doesn't mean we dirty around here. But,
y'all didn't take it that way, did you?
But you know what, though? Let me say this again. Let's get back on the riots. I want to see you guys comment below and interact and make sure you subscribe and share with other people. Not just because we want you checking out our channel, but I want you guys to actually interact with us about what you think it would be like for a black family to be traveling around the country and
During
stopping in places during these riots, during all this racial tension. But see, I think that there's more people on our side than not.
And then another thing that gets me is, have you guys seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Everyone's seen that, right? Not as far, but what I'm saying is, right now, while there's so much racism going on right now, and we got people tripping from across the globe, we honestly, this riots and this protest is not black against white. It's not. It's black and white against blue.
Now,
That's what I feel.
I'm sorry. Now, mind you, we're just talking out the side of our neck. Ugh. See that? Look, see the words coming out? Thing is...
I'm not talking out the side of my neck.
Oh, man, I see the words right here. Anyway, we haven't even spun our wheels yet. We're still working on the renovations of the RV to get this thing out of somebody's backyard. So we don't even know, outside of this little month and a half that we had in the old broke down RV that we had before, this one, which is a whole different RV than the one we started out with in January. Go look at our other video. It'll talk about how we got in this. But we spent a month and a half on 27th Avenue down in Phoenix, Arizona, between Bethany and Camelback. No, between Bethany and Glendale. We spent a whole month and a half in a broken down, beat up RV with the police coming every day because we had a generator running outside that was just a regular generator made back in the 1990s, and it was loud as hell.
But do you want to know what was crazy? Before that, we had an apartment. I was happier, more content in that beat up RV with the police coming by every day than I was in that apartment. Funny thing, right? You would think, you wouldn't be more. You would think it's more comfortable in an apartment, right?
For what we went through, yeah, true.
But we had everything we needed in that RV. I mean, there was times I thought to myself, like, dang, why didn't I have this in the apartment? Like, I wasn't eating this good in the apartment. But that's because...
no stress on the shoulders.
Yes. And when you live in an RV, you're not paying out $1,000 a month. So that money, you can put some of that money towards food, you know? So you actually get to eat better. You can put that money towards... we rode bikes around, so he fixing our bikes a lot. So you get to go enjoy bike riding and getting some fresh air, which we haven't done in a long time. But it was different because the shackles and the chains came off. And it was like, I felt like a free lady after doing a year sentence. Crazy, right? But that's what I felt like.
A year sentence? We've been living in apartments and houses for... well, we've been together for, other than a couple of little stints, we've been together, you know, like 20 years, 19 years. So in 19 years, we've had nothing but, oh, wait a minute, hold on. The very first year that we met, we lived in hotels.
Hotels in the back of our car.
Right. And we had a decent amount of money coming in. So it really didn't affect us all that much. But by the time we came out here to Phoenix, Arizona, the rat race began. And we have been through evictions. We have been through all of these different things. But once again, back to the subject. These riots. She doesn't want to leave because of them. I want to leave because of it. And also, I just want to travel. So, get on down there and leave your viewpoints on. Oh, y'all like my shirt? Yeah, I know you do. Everybody says so. Peace out.